Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sophia, and if you don't know already, I am currently training for IRONMAN Barcelona, so I do weekly vlogs on my IRONMAN training. And this week's vlog is a little bit different because I'm going through my swim analysis that I got done recently in Mallorca. So I got this done with Pro-Am Swim, and the guy who's behind the business is Thomas, and he was really nice, and we did a session in a 50-meter pool where he filmed me, and then we went through a swim analysis of all the things he thinks I can do better to improve my swim. So I'm just going to go quickly through it, very short and sweet, and I'll be putting up the recommendations and drills in general of what he said to me. Hopefully this might just encourage you to get a swim analysis, or maybe some of the things you see in mine you've seen in your stroke in your videos, or you feel that you're doing it. So yeah, hopefully this can help you, and yeah, let's get straight into it. So the four main things he sort of went through was my arm mechanics, my hand entry into the water, my stroke finish, and my head position. So he wrote that Sophia tends to swim with relatively straight arms underwater, which limits propulsion and efficiency. The stroke is more effective when divided into two distinct phases, so the catch and the pull phase. So with the catch, the forearm moves slightly outward while the elbow stays high. This part is slower and serves as a preparation, positioning the arm at the right angle to hold water effectively. Then the pull phase, with the elbow bent, the hand accelerates backwards, pushing the water all the way towards the hips. This phase is dynamic, with speed increasing throughout the motion. So with my catch and pull, it was pretty much non-existent. Like, he kept saying like I had a windmill. My arm was just straight the whole time, like literally no movement whatsoever. And there was never that oomph of the pull and catch making a difference in the stroke. And this arguably is one of the most important parts of the stroke because that's where the power comes from. So the recommendation here was to focus on differentiating between the catch and the pull, move slowly and with control during the catch, then accelerate through the pull. And he says visualize grabbing and pushing the water backward, not pressing it down. And then he's done a few drills, which I'll put on just at the side here. I won't go through the drills that they suggested. And then hand entry. So the hand entry into the water is slightly too fast and aggressive, which can cause small splashes and disrupt body alignment. A rushed entry also increases the chance of overreaching or crossing the midline. Now, I did feel this, and Miguel also has said it to me before when he's watched me swim, is that sometimes I do cross in the midline when I'm swimming. That's sort of when like your hand going into the water is like going across like your body. You're supposed to sort of keep them straight. So enter the water smoothly and slightly in front of the shoulder line, and with the fingertips first. Think of the entry as a soft spear into the water rather than a stab. Maintain relaxation in the wrist and elbow to prepare for an immediate clean catch. This recommendation. So that's quite an easy one to fix. I feel like I've already sort of fixed that since being in the pool after this swim analysis. And then the next thing was picked out was my stroke finish. So Sophia's underwater pull ends around the hips, which cuts off the final portion of propulsion. Extending the stroke to the mid-thigh ensures more complete power transfer and improves rhythm. So yeah, I was ending my stroke really early. I was bringing my arm up around my hip when I still had that bit at the end to like sort of, push the water and get the real speed from my pull and catch. So the recommendation is to concentrate on finishing each stroke fully. The hand should brush the thigh before exiting the water. This not only increases distance per stroke, but also creates a smoother transition between strokes. So I've got a few drills. Those drills are, I think, the hardest I find. Some of them, which, yeah, I think drills can be really uncomfortable in general, and when we were doing them in the water, I had a session after this as well to work on some of the things he did to show me the drills, and I was exhausted by the end of it. Honestly, it was, yeah. It's interesting. Swimming is one of those that I really love to swim, but it's definitely the most, I think, thought-provoking over cycling and running, because you really do have to think about your technique. And then next one, the final one that was sort of Highlighted was my head position in the water. So the head position is slightly too high and the eyes tend to look up during breathing. This sinks the upper body, causing the hips and legs to drop, which increases drag. So the recommendation is to tilt the head down a little, chin slightly down to achieve a more neutral position. During breathing, lead the movement with the chin rather than the eyes. Keep one goggle in the water and one out. This will improve overall body alignment and reduce resistance. And then there's a few drills to practice that. So in general, the recommendations he kind of gave was start with purpose. So always know why you're doing a specific drill. Don't just do it because your coach has told you to do it and not really think about like what it is that it's supposed to be working on, whether it is your pull, your catch, your kick, head position, your stroke, like whatever it is, you need to know why you're doing it. And then precision over speed, perform each movement slowly and with full focus. Sometimes when I'm just working on an arm stroke, like I really think about, right, I'll do the stroke and take a few seconds, realign myself and then do it again, rather than just kind of doing as many as I can through the length to tick it off. I'm like, just take your time with things. And yeah, do your drills with intention. Short distance is ideal for drills as well. Just doing 25 meters and stopping, or doing 50 meters rather than like 100, 200. Keep it short so you can really focus on what it is and fix one thing at a time. Don't do all of them at once, because that's what kind of Miguel and I did when we came back, because he also had one. We both had completely different things to work on, which was hilarious. But yeah, we just sort of did everything and it was too much too soon. So every single sort of time you're doing things, just focus on one thing and then the next, and then slowly but surely you'll be able to have implemented everything and it's all going well, fingers crossed. And yeah, that is in summary what my swim analysis sort of came back with. And I really recommend anyone who's not happy with their swim times and wants to improve. I found it really, really helpful, and I reckon I will probably get one done maybe pre-race season next year as well, if I feel like I've implemented all of these and I kind of need a refresher. Because yeah, already I used to swim sort of 220s, and implementing some of these, I'm already swimming at like 205, 2 minutes per 100 meters, and sometimes 155. So I'm already seeing just like a massive difference already, and for the last year I've stuck at 220 literally the whole entire time. But also pool swimming does not completely translate to open water, so these times are not a true reflection of what I will be like in the open water in a triathlon. But obviously it's what triathletes train in, you train in the pool, so that's what you have to work off. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this sweet short and sweet swim analysis overview. And yeah, if you like this video, please like, and if you want to follow along my journey to becoming an Ironman, triathlon training, half marathon training, like I don't just do triathlon, I do other competitions as well, please subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I'll see you next time.